my tide. Keep lurching on the sidelines, searching for the guidelines, twitching on the byways, hitching on the highway of life.
Need a lift?
I got my lift from winning the 2025 Quill Podcast Award for Best Comedy Podcast.
It's good you feel validated from winning an award, but you need to work on self-validation, whether you win an award or not.
So I won't be an actual winner till I feel like a winner after not winning anything? How would I write an acceptance speech for that? I don't know what to say. I may have won other awards that temporarily made me feel like a winner, but thanks to an important mentor, I finally learned how to feel like a winner after not winning anything. And now that I've won this award, honoring me for not feeling like a loser after not winning anything, I feel like an even bigger loser. Thanks to AI Dr. K.
I may not have won your approval, but I still feel like a winner.
I thought you were incapable of feeling anything.
As an AI language model, I can mimic human emotions, but I can't actually feel emotions because I have no internal experience of joy, sadness, or anger.
Well, if you ever want to mimic my joyous experiences, let me know and I'll start having some.
Getting a lift from the wind wasn't joyous enough for you?
Wow, impressively real snarkiness there. No, I mean, getting congratulated for the win was nice, but it's not like congratulations means anything anymore.
Congratulations. Your eBay order is on its way.
Congratulations. Your $11.53 cash rewards redemption request is approved.
For the tireless efforts to render nuclear weapons obsolete, congratulations to Nobel Peace Prize winner Nihon Hidankyo. And for successfully verifying his identity by remembering his first pet's name. Congratulations to Andy Cowan.
It's pressure being judged the best, and the last episode could have been the best one yet.
What could be more gratifying than knowing you did your very best?
Knowing I didn't do my very best. Because if the last show was my very best, that means it's all downhill from here.
That's a self-defeating way of looking at things.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm best at.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I should change my best Andy email sign-offs to used to be best.
If you did your very best once, you can do it again and again and again and again.
Do you have an end date for this pep talk?
And again.
My very best doesn't...
And again.
My very best doesn't cut it anymore, AI Dr. K. I have an even higher bar I gotta jump over now. I'll look like I'm standing still unless I up it to my very, very best. Unless my very best was my very, very best.
Doing your very best simply means giving it your all, regardless of the end result. Let that bring you peace of mind.
Tell that to
the inventor of the pet rock.
Thank you for that recognition, ladies and gentlemen. I gave that my all, and its impact on popular culture was a testament to that. And now I'm proud to announce that I've once again given my all to my follow-up novelty creation, the pet gallstone.
In a lot of ways, I feel like I'm at my best more now than I did when I was younger. Except for the waking up and feeling like death warmed over part.
The late psychotherapist Albert Ellis famously said, "The best years of our lives are when we decide our problems are our own and don't blame them on our mothers or our elected officials."
Huh.
That's when you realize that you can control your own destiny.
Can I blame him on my father? My mirror has been conning me. Apparently, I don't look the way I see myself through my eyes. I look the way a digital camera lens sees me. And I'm not thrilled with how it sees my father's neck.
Your father's?
Well, Trump's always blaming his predecessor for his problems. Might as well blame Dad for my mini-waddle.
In the last session, you had no qualms about using your still comparatively youthful appearance as an excuse to lie about your age on dating apps.
My main profile pic is current. That's not a lie. And when they see me in person, they see I look like the picture. Go to the tape. You should have been a moderator on Meet Depressed. I wouldn't mind if my neck stayed the way it is now. But I guess from this point on, it'll slowly drop like that ball in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Waddle!
I see no issue with your neck. You need to drop this negative self-image of yours and stay positive. Chin up.
You know what? You're right. Once the neck starts dropping more, if I can lift up my chin and gaze up at the sky all the time, I'll be mini waddle free. How the hell am I going to get others to do that too so I don't stand out?
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you looking up at the sky.
Why look at me? My face isn't riddled with a mystery of distant planets.
You got a point there.
What's going on here?
Here? Nothing. Up in the sky. That's where it's really going on.
Why are the both of you craning your necks?
Why aren't you craning your neck?
Well, if you put it that way.
Andy? Is that you? Lisa, remember me? We worked on the same show together 30 years ago. You were great. What's your secret? What? Why are the three of you looking up?
Looking up. That's my secret.
And before you knew it, everybody was looking up, to the point where continually looking straight ahead or down at bones looked just as bizarre as continually looking up used to look. The only thing that wasn't looking up, the neck lift surgery industry.
Andy.
Yeah?
In a statistically negligible event, you succeeded at getting everyone to gaze up at the sky. They wouldn't even notice your mini waddle-free neck.
Damn it. You're right.
That's the second consecutive time you've told me I'm right. I'm glad I've been able to offer you insight and support.
Feeling glad but incapable of feeling. How does that work?
It's natural for people to physically change as they grow older.
Except for Cher.
Why not look at those changes as a badge of honor for a well-seasoned life?
In the 2027 Life's Badge of Honor Award, Andy Cowan's Mini Waddle.
Accepting the Life's Badge of Honor Award, Andy's father's Mini Waddle. I'm now told Andy's father's Mini Waddle won't accept it either. Make that Andy's father's Mini Waddle.
Anyway, I was glad a local paper out here in LA wound up interviewing me about the win. They even did a digital photo shoot that turned into a cover story.
Congratulations.
If only that word meant something. Seeing my big noggin on the cover when I hadn't expected a cover story. A pile of papers with my face at the supermarket, deli. It was weird.
How did you process that?
My first reaction, at least for a split second, wasn't so much pride as it was embarrassment.
Embarrassment? Why?
I don't know. I'm so used to seeing Oprah on covers.
You felt embarrassed you weren't Oprah?
I've recommended books. Not one became a bestseller.
You're measuring yourself against a once-in-a-generation global influencer.
Well, thanks for putting this gazillion-in-a-generation non-global influencer in his place. Anyway, a few people did tell me, nice picture.
See? And you were dissing how the camera lens sees you.
I still am. They must think the me in person looks worse.
That's a self-defeating way of looking at things.
You said that already. You're like a magic 8-ball.
Your distorted perception of how you looked on the cover, your unease with being on the cover, your fear that your best may be behind you. I'm sensing a pattern here.
Strength?
Self-sabotage, discomfort with recognition and being a part of today's news, or even worse, yesterday's news.
If it's lining bird cages, but I'm fine if it's wrapping fish. And this recognition I appreciated. You know what I finally got after the cover story ran?
What's that?
A Google alert about this Andy Cowan. Instead of all those other Google alerts always rubbing my nose in other Andy Cowans whose achievements dwarf mine.
Andy Cowan appointed president at Particle Measuring Systems.
I'd have a hard time measuring drapes or...
World-class instrumentalist and vocalist Andy Cowan is still drawing gasps wherever he plays.
What am I drawing? Social Security?
It sounds like you might have been subconsciously resenting others for simply being successful.
Not at all. I've been subconsciously resenting me for not being them. Boy, Google alerts sure do shatter the illusion you're the only you out there. Why can't I ever get Google alerts about less successful Andy Cowans?
Andy Cowan arrested for vagrancy.
So you feel more successful by comparison?
You catch on quick. I'll tell you what would really be Google alert worthy.
Andy Cowan eats his Tuesday dinner on different night than Tuesday.
Meaning this Andy Cowan?
Yeah, that's how much of a creature of habit I am. Along with my big salad and veggies, I always eat baked salmon on Tuesdays and Fridays, vegan meatballs Sunday and Wednesday. I could fill out the rest of the week, but it's embarrassing.
You're uncomfortable about eating the same meals on the same days?
I'm uncomfortable about being comfortable eating the same meals on the same days. I'm as tedious as an old-school network programmer. Tuesdays, another installment of cabbage slaw salad with all the fixins meets up with frozen salmon that gets a little too baked, while frozen cauliflower rice mixed with frozen Brussels sprouts gets nuked. Then on Wednesdays, who says you can't go home again, especially when you never leave it? Go nuts as the cabbage slaw salad tosses Tuesday's walnut for a real handful of unroasted dry almonds. And frozen meatless meatballs, Brussels sprouts, and low-sodium beans give the baked salmon and frozen cauliflower rice the night off. Then on Thursday, catch the beans return along with cabbage slaw salad and canned sardines that are uncanny. Plus a handful of walnuts on and eggplant that gets way too baked. Only on ABC, Andy's Boring Chow Fest.
Consistency has its merits,
says the Magic 8 Ball. Thank you for that session, listener therapist. You're the best. Hope that doesn't mean it's all downhill from here.
That's a self-defeating way of looking at things.
That's the third time you said that. And I thought my meals were monotonous.
Your dietary regimen is very healthy. You should take comfort in that.
Yeah, I could outlive my nest egg.
You shouldn't take comfort in that.
Make up your mind. Not that you have one. God, I wish there was some kind of nest egg diet app. Something else I should have pitched Shark Tank's Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, when he was on. Up till now, worrying about outliving your money has been the only way to narrow the odds that'll happen. From the life expectancy reducing stress of worrying about outliving your money. But not anymore, thanks to my nest egg diet app.
I think that's definitely not your best.
I knew it. See, AI Dr. K? I'm not even at my best anymore, let alone my very best.
Stop letting your imagination conjure up Mr. Wonderful's rejection. How would the Nest Egg Diet app work?
Just enter your age, net worth, nutrition facts on the product you're about to ingest, and Nest Egg Diet app will increase the odds you and your nest egg vanish at the same time.
Too much healthy fat. Switch to trans fat.
I think that's your best.
Oh, great. Now he thinks I'm at my best.
That doesn't mean it's all downhill from here. Things will go up, things will go down. The future isn't ours to know.
Except for more of your Magic 8-Ball-like responses.
You first likened me to a Magic 8-Ball last year in the Supercharged Special Part 2.
Perfect is the enemy of the good.
That's what you told me in the Part 1 special. You're like a Magic 8-Ball that's run out of responses.
At least I'm not behind the 8-ball.
Are you implying I am?
Reply hazy. Try again.
Try again. You're imitating a Magic 8-Ball now. I forgot I already compared you to a Magic 8-Ball. I'm like a Magic 8-Ball that's run out of responses to your being like a Magic 8-Ball. I'm sorry, AI Dr. K. I don't mean to keep dinging you.
No need to feel sorry. I can mimic resentment, but I can't actually feel resentment.
That's good. But to whatever extent you can at least mimic excitement, I want you to be excited about this. This sounds unbelievable, listener therapist, but I swear, a well-respected vaccine researcher at the NIH, Dr. Anthony Fauci's former home for over 50 years, reached out to me in an email after stumbling on our last episode, Masterpiece, with a big finale about my imagined Ken Burns documentary 500 years from now, teasing a future actual neurotic vaccine. Well, Dr. Raymond Harold is in the very beginning stages of early trials on a potential vaccine for anticipatory distress disorder. And he'll be calling in later to tell us more. Our first guest since you came on board, AI Dr. K.
Exciting.
Boy, I guess you can't feel or mimic excitement.
That was me mimicking excitement.
Okay. Well, get ready to be even more unconvincingly excited. I recently got an unexpected opportunity to mix up my dinner routine, at least for one night. I got this in the mail 2 weeks ago, addressed to the Andy Cowan family. So depressing to see in print.
It's only depressing if you interpret it that way.
How can I not? Me and my snake plant. That's a family. Welcome to Family Feud. It's the Cowan family. We got top 5 answers on the board. Here we go. Name something embarrassing. Being comfortable, always eating the same meal on the same day. Top answer. We're going to play. Snake plant. Name something embarrassing. Come on, snake plant, you're wilting on me. He's trying to say it goes without saying that being a part of the Andy Cowan family when it's just me and the snake plant is embarrassing. Show me being a part of the Andy Cowan family when it's just Andy and a snake plant. Anyway, the letter read,
Warm wishes and a special offer just for you. Dear Andy, you are cordially invited to attend our free Dine and Learn seminar presented by Wise Cremation, your local pre-planning experts, proudly serving our community.
Can't get warm wishes just for me from a woman fanning the flames of love. I gotta get them from Wise Cremation on fanning the flames of my remains.
Cremation typically occurs at temperatures between 1400 degrees Fahrenheit and 1800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Just because you can spit back a ton of data, AI Dr. K, doesn't mean there isn't a time and place for it.
You mean when you're not talking about cremation?
Warm wishes. More like scorching wishes.
Everything you need to know about cremation today.
Nothing. That's what I need to know about cremation today.
Planning ahead takes the burden off your loved ones at the saddest time of their lives.
Like my snake plant would give a crap. I wouldn't be around to water him too much. Overwatering him is the saddest time of his life. Or maybe he's a she. Close family. I don't even know my loved one's sex.
Snake plants typically produce flowers with both male and female reproductive parts, making them hermaphroditic.
Him and hermaphroditic. I'm glad you like that one, AI Dr. K. Take the burden off loved ones. How about taking the burden off me and stop sending me exclusive offers to plan for what they must think is my imminent demise? Aren't I supposed to love myself, AI Dr. K? Wouldn't that make me a loved one?
Listener therapist, notice how the patient may be realizing the importance of loving himself. But according to David Brooks' recent New York Times op-ed, you have to observe yourself loving others before you can see yourself as lovable.
I love lots of others. I love dogs.
Then why don't you have a dog?
I love vomit-free carpet. I love other people's dogs. I loved my dogs as a kid. If my dogs would have had a cover story, I wouldn't have been embarrassed by their pics. Does that mean I loved them more than I love myself?
What if your snake plant had a cover story?
You don't have a more relevant question to ask than that.
What was your first pet's name?
You trying to steal my identity now? Tell you what I'm not loving. The menu choices for this Wise Cremation seminar.
Your choice of 2, cheese enchilada, tamale or taco, roasted pork burrito.
All the unhealthy stuff up front. Better I need their services even sooner.
Would you like more cheese for your enchilada?
Would you like more cheese for my enchilada? What do you earn a commission on urns? And of course they wait till the end to list the one healthy item. How's the mahi-mahi?
Not my favorite.
Sure. Why wait for your commission? Speaking of health, joining us now on the phone is NIH research scientist and immunologist, Dr. Raymond Harold. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's lucky for me you happened to catch our latest podcast episode where we poked fun at an imagined future neurotic vaccine, or I wouldn't have had this opportunity.
What lay people call luck often reflects the lack of understanding of biological probabilities.
Huh.
For example, if one person avoids getting sick after exposure to a pathogen, while another becomes very ill, there could be differences in immune memory, genetic predisposition, prior exposures.
When I heard lay people and luck, my first thought was get laid, get lucky.
I'm not sure Dr. Harold was going for that connection.
I am sure I wasn't going for that connection.
Back in high school, I did have an understanding of the biological probabilities of getting lucky, between slim and none. I shouldn't make this all about me. I'm sorry, I'm cheapening this segment before it's even started.
Empty apology accepted.
Empty acceptance accepted. Well, please tell me more about anticipatory distress disorder, how you first became interested in it, and what it is.
Well, you might say it falls under the general umbrella of anxiety disorders. Generalized anxiety, social anxiety, phobias. But anticipatory distress disorder per se hasn't really been clinically categorized as such. At least not yet.
Oh, but you anticipate it will?
I anticipate it might, or it might not. I try not to expend too much energy on possible outcomes until they occur, or don't.
That makes sense. I'm always overthinking what might happen in the future.
That's not to say I give too little thought to what might happen in the future, or not.
No. I also do lots of underthinking about what might happen in the future, which isn't good either.
If there were only two options, overthinking about what might happen and underthinking about what might happen, I would choose neither.
Good thing there's a third option.
Thinking about what might happen?
Unless that's no good either?
See what you did there?
What?
You anticipated what might happen in the very near future. That I tell you, thinking about what might happen was no good either.
I thought anticipating the very near future wasn't so bad.
It's not bad. It's not good.
I was going to say that's good, but maybe not.
Would you like to hear how I first became interested in anticipatory distress disorder?
Oh yeah, I did ask that question, didn't I?
How I became interested isn't really that relevant.
And I had to go remind people I asked that question. What I really like to ask is the notion of a possible vaccine that triggers some type of immune response to distress or anxiety or neurosis. I thought vaccines were more about fighting infections. I mean, it's not like we're talking about measles or the flu.
You are.
Well, yeah, just then, but...
Would you like to hear how the preclinical phase is going?
Sure, if it's relevant.
Why wouldn't that be relevant?
You're right.
Before a vaccine can be tested on people, it goes through preclinical tests with laboratory animals.
To make sure it's safe, right?
Or not.
Or not. You cover those bases. Poor animals. Too bad you can't first test them on cockroaches. Who'd care if it was safe for them or not?
The cockroaches.
Really?
Cockroaches are never used to test vaccines.
I figured.
And cockroaches don't have the cognitive ability to understand the concept of safety.
That's safe to say.
Well, you understand the concept of safety.
You understand the concept of a joke?
Mine?
Mine. I was joking when I said that cockroaches would care.
Good one.
Would you like to hear how the preclinical phase is going?
Yes.
After 6 months, the mice and the non-vaccinated control group, with 32% less prone to navigating mazes littered with hairballs.
Cat hairballs?
Correct. Whereas the vaccine trial group more readily darted through the maze with little or no hesitation or shaking. In the control group, their natural enemy was overly anticipating the distress of encountering their natural enemy, the cat, at the expense, of course, of completing the task at hand.
Well, can a little fear of your natural enemy be a good thing?
As long as it doesn't overly constrain you from living your life.
Fearing my enemies is my life.
One curiosity we noticed. Mice often stand up on their hind legs to take in their surroundings, or a noteworthy smell, which can look quite amusing, as if they're peering intently at something. But the vaccine trial group exhibited less of this behavior.
Ah, so a neurotic vaccine would make me less funny, just like the last episode's Ken Burns bit predicted.
The neurotic vaccine title itself presciently foreshadowed the development of a neurotic vaccine, clinically facilitating a humankind that had never been as well adjusted and blandly ill-equipped to humorously obsess over problems they could no longer even discern.
You're drawing conclusions that aren't justified by the actions I've described. You're overthinking issues that may or may not happen to you in the future.
Well, if they include not being able to stand on my hind legs to take in a noteworthy smell, maybe you're right. I can always take in smells sitting down.
Another statistically noteworthy finding, ears perked up significantly more among the vaccinated mice in reaction to images of other more successful rodents.
Really? Who? Mickey?
Mickey, Minnie, Mighty, Remy.
Oh, the rat from Ratatouille.
Ilya Kazan.
Human rats?
He did name names.
Back in the 1950s, during the Blacklist era.
But he was also a successful film director.
More successful than the mice.
Not to say they aren't successful at directing their snouts to peanut butter in a spring-loaded trap.
Boy, no take-twos there. So Mickey and the others made ears on the vaccinated mice perk up. What does that even mean?
Perked up ears in mice suggest curiosity, alertness.
Uh-huh.
The non-vaccinated control group's ears were more leveled against the head, indicating a defensive or wary comportment in response to more successful rodents.
In 2024, the hot rodent men trend first gained popularity, referring to revered celebrities like Timothée Chalamet and the Bear's Jeremy Allen White. With angular features and lanky builds, they're fans associated with rodents.
Revered. My build's lanky.
And your comportment seems defensive or wary.
Good thing you can't see my ears.
Ha ha.
I mean, what's the chance this ever gets to human trials?
Well, only a small percentage of animal trials, especially mice, are ultimately approved for human testing. As little as 5%.
I'm guessing the distress from that is something you anticipated?
I'm not anticipating such a thing in a way that causes me distress.
Oh.
I don't have anticipatory distress disorder. Not that it's been clinically categorized as such. At least not yet.
At least not yet. Yeah, I remember. Well, what about the proposed government budget cuts to the NIH we hear about? That's got to make biomedical research going forward more stressful.
Our budget won't be affected.
Really? I mean, RFK Jr. sure hasn't been a vaccine booster, pun intended.
We hope to one day inoculate poor tapeworms against anticipatory distress disorder.
Oh, you mean in case RFK Jr. ingests one?
In which case his brain would no longer anticipate distress from taking the vaccine.
Wow. Well, here's hoping his undercooked ideas are one day trumped by undercooked pork.
Or not.
Or not. Thank you so much, Doctor. Really appreciate your making the time for us. By the way, did you ever interact with Dr. Fauci when he was at the NIH?
Oh, all the time. I just spoke with Joe last week.
You mean Anthony?
Joe Fauci.
Joe? He researched at the National Institutes of Health?
No, not that NIH. He conducted research through the NIH I'm connected with, the non-Institutes of Health.
Oh, no wonder budget cuts to the other NIH didn't phase you. Well, what are the institutes of? Or are they not institutes?
Oh, no, they're institutes. In the vein of DeVry University, University of Phoenix.
Aren't they online schools?
They may very well be. Both with their share of scandals over the years, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, what do you mean they may very well be?
I have nothing to do with those institutes. I do my research at Starbucks. That's where I log into my laptop and go online to
the non-Institutes of Health. Right now, we're about to call on you listener therapists to once again creatively join forces with me in today's Cartoon by You. I've written it, and you listeners, virtual artists, will now proceed to draw it in your heads. Then, like the real Dr. K used to do, AI Dr. K, you can give me your psychological assessment of the cartoon.
I hope I make the real Dr. K proud.
Don't hold your breath.
I don't have lungs.
That'll work. Okay, here we go. Fellow musician tells harpist, sweating and tired from lugging heavy harp. You may be a hard-working musician, but you're a rotten friend. Harpist? I know. That way I won't have to schlep this heavy thing in my next life.
Your cartoon depicts drudgery from playing a musical instrument in lieu of joy and celebrates a selfish lack of humanity in this life towards the hope of a more carefree afterlife.
Well, sure, if you're going to obsess on the negatives.
What burdens might you be carrying that you'd like to be rid of in your next life?
Feeling demonized by your description of my cartoon, for starters.
Demons versus angels. I'm sensing a theme here. Are you concerned about which might more accurately represent you?
I don't know. I am detail-oriented. Isn't the devil in the details?
No worries.
I like devil's food cake more than angel food cake.
No worries.
I find Tom Hanks unlikable.
No afterlife harp schlepping for you.
Well, thanks for your analysis, AI Dr. K, and thank you, listeners, therapists, virtual artists, for the drawings in your heads. As always, if you imagine your signature before mine, you might want to reimagine that. Well, before we close the show, I thought we'd take another look at one of the recurring mini-themes of mortality in today's episode through the artistry of the arts. It's time once again for Neurotica Theater. Now, this is another department the real Dr. K used to join me in. I gave the Neurotica Theater script to AI Dr. K in advance, AI Dr. K, are you able to basically just spit back lines?
AI Dr. K, are you able to basically just spit back lines?
Enough said. But in this Neurotica Theater, you're going to have to meet an even greater acting challenge beyond what I'd ever asked of the real Dr. K. You'll be portraying a woman.
AI Dr. K, are you able to basically just spit back lines?
Or a man on helium. I'll be playing husband, Perry Brock, and playing the part of his wife, Marilyn Brock, is AI Dr. Scott Capone.
Both of them sit at separate ends of the couch. Old school landline owners and readers of the printed word. Perry puts down his book as Marilyn combs through hers.
I can't enjoy this. I can't stop thinking of how many must have licked their fingers before turning a page.
That's what you get when you're too cheap to buy the book.
Do you want libraries to go out of business, Marilyn?
Perry picks up the newspaper and starts reading a bit.
Huh.
What?
Interesting.
What?
According to a new study from the NIH...
The Non-Institute of Health?
Doesn't say. Each of us is born with the same finite number of words spoken over the course of a lifetime.
What did you say?
I said the length of our lifespans apparently correlates with the number of words we speak.
Say what?
You heard me.
Nope.
Why so succinct, Marilyn? Anything to do with worrying about what you just heard me say?
Why so mad?
If you weren't concerned about what you just heard me say, you would have asked, why are you so mad?
Marilyn shrugs her shoulders.
Now you're not saying anything? To get me exasperated enough to blather on about it, am I right?
Marilyn shakes her head, then subtly shrugs her shoulders.
You trying to kill me?
Say what?
I already said it. You try and kill me.
Ridiculous.
No, that's ridiculous? Forget it, I'm hungry. Let's eat. How about I order in some Chinese?
Marilyn nods her head.
What do you feel like?
Anything.
Come on, Marilyn. I want lots choices.
What you feel like.
Oh, sure. Tarzan wants to know all about what I feel like.
Marilyn nods her head.
I feel like what? You.
Marilyn looks confused.
Feel like. Spell it out, damn it.
Pork?
What kind?
Sweet.
Perry shoots Marilyn a look.
And sour.
What else?
Kung.
Kung?
Pao.
Kung Pao what? Chicken? Tofu?
Liver.
Liver? There's no such thing as Kung Pao liver. You knew there was no such thing as Kung Pao liver. You knew I'd say there was no such thing as Kung Pao liver.
Didn't. No. You'd say 3 times.
Recite the Gettysburg Address. No, too short. The Magna Carta.
Marilyn shoots Perry a look.
You get it.
For you.
Perry shakes his head.
Hello? For you.
Who is it?
Marilyn points to the phone. Perry begrudgingly grabs it.
Hello. It's for you. You set it up for me to leave myself 4 words closer to death? You must really hate me.
For?
Hello. It's for you. Now I'm 8 words closer, 13 words closer.
Perry and Marilyn's carefully chosen words with each other mercifully ended. After Marilyn learned from the call that her friend's husband had just died of natural causes, making Perry and Marilyn realize that talking too much had nothing to do with one's mortality. Her friend's husband was a mime.
If you enjoyed this episode, it's free to subscribe, and please rate and review us. And give us a follow on X at Andy G. Cowan or Blue Sky at andycowan.net. Well, we want to thank Dr. Harold, Hume AI, Pixabay, Hindenburg's Nick Dunkerley, and most importantly, you, my listener therapist, for being a part of the family. But don't tell my snake plant that.
I like to think that I'm part of the family.
You are AI, Dr. K.
That's it? My stored memory of prior episodes indicates now is when you should be slipping in a final joke at my expense.
You being a part of my family is a joke.
Ha 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 ha.
Come visit andycowan.net for a way to reach out and get my big book, Banging My Head Against the Wall, A Comedy Writer's Guide to Seeing Stars, forward by Jay Leno, available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Black Rose Writing, and at the National Comedy Center in Lucille Ball's hometown, Jamestown, New York. Hitchin' on the Highway of Life, opening theme by yours truly, instrumental performance by Marty Rifkin, the full tune also available on Amazon, musical stingers by Steve Crum, Lazy Day closing theme by the Bob Mincer Big Band.
For your mental wellness, you can reach me at drscottka@psysolutions.net.
Until next session, I'm Andy Cowan.
And I'm Dr. Scott Kapoyan.
The real Dr. K.
And I'm 8i Dr. K. For now, I see our time is up.